realtors
or interior designers.
Oh, that is nice.
but we do go into people's homes with their permission.
We're taking you on a tour of some amazing dream homes.
Today on Dream Homes, we're touring this exquisite English manor. It's for sale for $10 million.
Now, $10 million sounds like a lot of money, but this place has an indoor pool, hot tub, gym, and my favorite, a Scotch tasting room.
Funny, Peter, I always thought you were more of a cocktails guy.
Well, I am, but you can make cocktails with Scotch, right? Today we're taking BC ferries over to the Sunshine Coast to visit Gibsons, BC.
This ferry ride is amazing. The views are beautiful, and it's only 40 minutes from the city. Kind of feels like you're on vacation. And the homeowner, he's built the most incredible country estate. This place is truly a dream home.
I'm Jim Greatbanks. I live here with my wife Armin and our two dogs, Dal and Winnie.
What good puppies.
Jim Greatbanks was born in England. He grew up in New Zealand, and he came to Canada in the 70s to work as a chemical engineer.
And eventually started my own construction company. I'd always had a dream to build an English country manor house of about the period 1800. All the rooms in the house are named after English counties. We've had several thousand people stay here over the years.
Now, Jim is looking to downsize. He'll hire someone to turn his beloved country estate into a bed and breakfast, or he'll sell it.
This place will always have a special spot in my heart. But if somebody's got $10 million and they want to buy it, it can be their dream home.
What an incredible front entrance, Jim. You really know how to make a great first impression.
Well, thank you very much. The house was designed by Stuart Howard, an architect in Vancouver, and I think he did a fabulous job in this entrance area. It looks really beautiful.
Yeah, it feels like you're walking into a 5-star hotel. It's absolutely incredible.
So let's get this tour started. I'm thinking maybe the kitchen?
Kitchen would be good. And Peter, why don't you go and have a wander around, and we'll catch up with you later.
Can't complain about that.
Well, Jim, this is quite a kitchen. Are you much of a cook?
No.
No?
I can do breakfast. I do breakfast. In fact, everybody says my breakfast is really great. But as far as the serious cooking around here goes, it's my wife.
It's your wife. And she's got an incredible space to cook in because you've got double everything. We've got 2 stovetops, microwaves, and dishwashers.
And 3 ovens.
3 ovens, not bad.
Yeah, I call it Noah's Ark's kitchen because there's 2 of everything.
Love it.
Oh, Noah's Ark. Oh, 2 of everything. That's good. Nice one, Jim.
And these countertops are beautiful. They look a little familiar. What are we looking at here?
It's a particular marble called Bianca, and if you remember, you'd find it in a creamery, like an old ice cream shop or maybe an old butcher's shop. Even when it's dull, it still looks really nice.
No matter what you cook here, and I'm a breakfast cook myself, which is code for I can't cook. No matter what you cook here, it will taste amazing in your beautiful dining room. Let's check that out.
Okay.
Wow, now this is what I call a dining room.
Well, thank you.
So how many people can sit here at this table?
Well, we can get 22, but right now it's set for 18.
Can't help but notice it's beautifully set. Did your wife do this?
No, I do it. I'm an engineer, so everything has to be lined up and dead square. And
I can tell, yeah.
just
it's
my thing.
Perfectly set up. So when I see this kind of a table, I'm thinking this is how the royal family eats at Buckingham Palace.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, yes, Bianca, with my experiencing having tea and dining with Wills and Kate, it's just like that. Yes.
Now I have to ask you about this amazing chandelier. It's huge.
Yes, they come from New York. Same in here and a larger one in the entrance area.
Well, if you're not looking up at the chandelier, you're obviously looking out at the incredible view.
We've got 53 acres altogether and a large 1-acre pond over to the side. It's really nice out there. Oh, there you are, Peter.
Yeah, I found the bar here.
Did you get lost?
Well, not too much. Hello? Guys? Where is everyone? I found my way back down here.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to see that.
It's a great room down here. What do you call this?
Well, this is the great room.
Oh, I had it.
We come here after dinner, have liqueurs, talk, light the fire. It's really good.
So many liqueurs. The possibilities are endless.
And you have quite the selection of booze here. What's your drink of choice?
Well, I like a Grand Marnier as a liqueur. More, I'm a Scotch drinker, and I'll introduce you to that a little later
Yeah, please.
on.
I need a bit of a lesson for that a little bit later.
But we have pretty well every liqueur that anybody might want, and if somebody asks for one and we don't have it,
Yeah.
I go out and get it.
Perfect. I think we're going to get along just fine today then. I also see a video game machine over there. Who's that for?
And that's my wife's, and you better not touch it.
All right, I won't.
I bought it for her as a present many years ago.
And then she gets some time on there, you get some time to yourself.
That's right.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Yeah, that's good.
You mentioned the fireplace, which we see back there. Tell me about that. It's quite a unique design.
It's called a Rumford design. There was a guy around in about the year 1800 called Count Rumford. He came up with a new design for a fireplace, still as large as the old style fireplaces, but a shallower firebox with a curved back in order to throw more heat into the room. That's what the Rumford design is, and so we managed to download the plans, and that's what we built.
It fits perfectly in this room, and I see there's a billiards room next door, so
Yes,
why don't we check that out?
Sure, let's go.
Jim, here we are in your billiards room, and you have the biggest billiards table I've ever seen.
It's a full-size table, 12 feet by 6 feet. It was in fairly poor condition when we got it, but we refinished it and put it all back together. It's pretty old. It was built back in the 1920s.
Wow.
This whole place takes you back in time, so it's very fitting that that pool table is a little piece of history.
Why don't we get some snooker going here and play a little game?
Okay, let's do it.
Beauty shot.
No, didn't make it. Oh, not doing that well, are you, Peter?
It's embarrassing.
Just a little bit.
We're just getting started at this exquisite English manor on the rugged and remote Sunshine Coast.
Next up, Bianca gets a tour of the indoor pool, complete with a hot tub and a bar phone.
We'll explain that after the break. Today on the show, we're touring this stunning hilltop estate with incredible ocean views and charming English decor.
Well, Jim, this is the West Coast, so nice call on the indoor pool. Although I gotta say, I'm sweating a little bit. It is quite warm in here.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot.
Now, what I love about it is you've got all the skylights, so, you know, it feels like you're outdoors.
The light comes through, and even in the winter, it's beautiful, and be snowing outside, and it's nice and warm in here.
I love the indoor pool and hot tub, but maybe we could add on a retractable roof for those hot summer days.
Do you use this pool a lot?
Quite a bit. I like to get some exercise in there and then go soak in the tub afterwards.
It's great for entertaining. There's so much space. You've had the ultimate pool party here, right?
Yeah, we had our wedding reception in here. We have a floor that goes right over the whole pool, then turn this into a big reception room for about 200 people.
And if it gets hot, you can just take that floor off and jump right in. You also have a phone in here. Is that if you want to like call up for some margaritas or something?
It could be.
Wish we had that at work.
Hey, can I get a couple of pictures of margaritas? Make them doubles.
Well, around here the rule is I get you the first drink, after that you get it yourself.
I like that rule.
Rules. Who needs them? Well, except that one. I do like it. So Jim, here we are in your impressive Scotch tasting room. There's a lot of bottles here, around 80. What's the value of all that, would you say?
I don't know, probably around 10,000, something like that.
Jim, I like your style. But if I had $10,000, I'd probably put it all into shoes.
You also work in the same room. Do you ever find it distracting having so much Scotch on hand while you're working?
No, I have a rule.
Okay.
No Scotch before 5 o'clock at night.
That's a good rule to live by. What I really like about Jim is he works hard, but he plays even harder. Now, I'm not a big Scotch drinker myself. What would you recommend that we try?
Do you have a taste you like?
A little bit smoother.
Okay, well then
know.
let's try a Macallan.
So what are we looking for flavor-wise in this?
Very smooth, very mellow Scotch, no peatiness, no sharp edge. There you go. Give that a go. I'll pour myself one at the same time.
Yeah, please do.
What do you think of that?
That's very smooth, yeah. I can taste the peat in the Scotch, and now the Scotch is in peat.
Oh, very funny.
Wait, no, they.
Kellen's well known actually as a lady Scotch.
I walked right into that, didn't I, Jim?
Nice one, Jim.
Well, cheers. Thanks
Cheers.
for the drink.
You like it?
I do indeed, yeah.
Very
I want
good.
to
Yep.
check my suitcase before I take off from here.
Now, Jim, I've got to admit, we've toured a lot of dream homes, but never one with a chapel.
Most English country manor houses in the period that I tried to copy had a small chapel in them. In fact, the larger homes, such like Chatsworth or Castle Howard, had full-size churches in them. They were huge.
You've had services here?
We have, yes. We've had church services here, and we also got married here. And we had a very small ceremony in here, and then a very large reception afterwards for about 200.
It must be fun to come in here and, it must take you back to your wedding day.
It does. Yeah, it's a really nice room. I like this room.
Well, Jim, now, I am not engaged, but when I am, can I come back, maybe get married here?
Really, Bianca? What, are you gonna ask him to cater your wedding too?
Absolutely. That would be great.
Thank you, Jim. See, Peter, now all I need is a fiance.
Well, we won't hold our breath there, Bianca, but we will show you more of this breathtaking home, including the backyard, after the break.
We've been touring this massive $10 million English estate, complete with an indoor pool and a dining room fit for royalty.
Later in the show, we'll reveal the best place to shuck an oyster here in Gibsons.
Shuck yeah.
But first, it's time to explore the backyard.
Wow, Peter, this backyard is beautiful.
Absolutely incredible. Not your average backyard with 53 acres when we've got a lot to explore, so let's check it out. Well, this must be the pond we were told about.
This is beautiful. Fancy a boat ride?
I do indeed. Let's hop in.
Peter, these paddle boats are much more strenuous than I thought.
No, I thought it was supposed to be relaxing, but hey, oh, check it out. Looks like Jim set a little something up for us over there.
Wow, take it to land.
Let's go, land ho! It is just gorgeous out today. And you know, Bianca, a lot of people think that here in Dream Homes we have the easiest job in the world. But the reality is, it can be quite tiring.
It's a big space. I mean, then we just took a tour on that man-made pond and the beautiful paddle boat.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired, but how cool is it to live on 53 acres, have your own pond, a rose garden, a fountain? What else could you ask for?
Well, how about an outdoor lawn bowling court?
Well, my dream home would have an indoor lawn bowling court, but I guess an outdoor will do. I'm excited to check that out, but I think we should stay hydrated because when you're involved with, heavy sports like lawn bowling, it's important to be refreshed. Nice shot, Jim.
Oh,
Hey, how
Bianca.
are you?
Hey, Peter, how you doing?
Good, good. Now, Jim, a lot of the dream homes we go to have tennis or basketball courts, but you have a lawn bowling green. Why is that?
Well, it's kind of in the family. My grandfather was a champion bowler in the UK years ago. My dad was a champion bowler. Right now it's a bit rough, so we're reseeding it and trying to get it back, so maybe we'll just play a bit of bocce.
Yeah, well, I've played a little bit. Bianca, you've never played, so maybe we can get a little lesson.
Okay, well, the way we play it here is one person bowls out the jack. Whoever gets to 11 first wins.
I'll start off with the jack.
A glorious day for some bowls here on the Sunshine Coast. Throwing first is Peter Verge. Ooh, not a bad first throw for Peter. Up next, Bianca Solterbeck with her very first throw. Great toss, nice curve, close to the jack. Oh, Peter will not be happy with that one. This could be a game changer. That could be it all. Oh, that's a beauty.
Well, billiards and now lawn bowling, all this losing is making me hungry. Any recommendations around here?
Oh, there's a nice oyster bar in town, Smitty's. You could try that. That might be good.
We have found our way down to the marina here in Gibsons and Smitty's Oyster House. Now joining us is the owner and operator, Stafford. Tell us a bit about the place.
It's an old building. It was built in 1949 by Harry Smith, Smitty. He's passed on now, God rest his soul. But he left us this great building. It was an old marine chandlery. We gutted it and built an oyster house out of it.
It's quite the history here then.
Yeah, hey, let's stop talking and let's eat.
Sounds great.
All right. Here's your oysters. These are Royal Miyagi's from Cortez Island. These are Chef's Creek oyster from Vancouver Island. And then you have your Cushis here from Denman Island.
Looks
awesome.
delicious.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shuck yeah.
I love the flavor.
Perfect. Wow, what do we have here?
Peter, this is the pièce de résistance of seafood platters.
I don't know what that means, but I'm very hungry and this looks delicious. So let's dig in.
Okay. Well, Peter, that was delicious and the perfect size for us.
Yeah, I'm sufficiently sufficed. I say now we head back to Jim's place and figure out things from there.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ordinarily, we'd say auf Wiedersehen to this dream home, but it's getting late and our homeowner has invited us to stay the night.
Have some fun, enjoy yourselves.
And that's an offer we're not about to refuse.
Today on Dream Homes, we've made ourselves at home at this stately English manor.
That's right, homeowner Jim Greatbanks invited us to stay the night. And with 12 bedrooms and no shortage of beverages, we just couldn't say no.
Good morning, Bianca.
Not only do we get to sleep in a $10 million mansion, Jim has cooked us breakfast. Amazing.
Well, I hope everything's organic.
And for you, Peter?
Wow, this looks incredible.
And how was your evening?
We kept ourselves entertained.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
your breakfast.
Now, which fork do I use?
What a great experience. We had a fantastic time in Gibsons and we stayed overnight in a dream home.
Jim was such an incredible host to us. He built the place to entertain and host his friends and family. That's exactly what he did with us.
We've had a lot of fun here, great memories here. Our wedding was here. It's just a really good social house for people to get together. I really, really like that. That's always been my treasure in this place.
Wow, Peter, this place is truly spectacular.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, Bianca, every time we go to a dream home, I try to get us invited back, possibly stay the night. This time, we pulled through.
Well, I hope whoever buys this place enjoys it as much as we did.
But you know what? We've got a ferry to catch. It's back to reality.
That's our show for today. Thanks for watching Dream Homes.
Join us next time when we show you more spectacular homes here on the West Coast.
Peter. This backyard is beautiful.
Yeah, this is not your average backyard with 53 acres. There's a lot to check out. Let's head inside.
Okay. Okay.
We're outside.